Hi, my name is Damien Haas. You may know me as Lyos in Delicious in Dungeon, Van Arkwright in the Trail series, Shez from Fire Emblem, Ryoga from Ranma Half Remake, and a few other things. When signing autographs, what quote do fans ask for the most? You know what's funny is people sometimes come up knowing they want a quote, but they don't know what the quote is. So they'll be like, give us something that Lyos would say, but I don't know, anything. What's your favorite? You can pick. And my go-to is always, they let me milk a Minotaur, because that's a very standout quote, and you didn't ask for anything specific, so you're getting that one. You voiced video game characters like Fortnite's Dennis and Fire Emblem Warriors' Shez. Which of your games is your favorite to play? That's a tricky one, but it's got to be Fire Emblem Three Hopes, because I played Three Houses a lot before ever booking the role. In fact, when I booked the role, I was like, there's no way that that's what this game is, right? And it was. For those of you not familiar, imagine playing a game and then writing yourself a fanfic about, like, what if you were in that exact same world? And that's basically what Three Hopes is to Three Houses. So I had a heck of a lot of fun playing that and voicing it. How do you and the rest of the Smosh crew decide which ideas make it from the writer's room to the channel? You know, it sort of used to be the Wild West of YouTube where everyone's doing everything. Now, at this point, people have very defined jobs. Like, it's a very well-oiled machine while also still feeling like family and friends doing something together. So we have designated writers. That being said, they do have plenty of pitch meetings. Pretty much anyone can pitch an idea if they want to, and there's like specific times and places for that. So I think, I don't know how the powers that be decide. I just like to be goofy on camera when they tell me to do that. What's the dynamic like off camera between the Smosh cast? Is it as funny and chaotic as it looks on screen? Absolutely. I mean, we have different moods and vibes, just as anybody would. Sometimes if it's a long filming day, if you do 2 or 3 videos and then there's a break, you will see Chance napping on the sofa, and I will be napping on the other sofa. I'm always getting work done on my laptop, or slightly nodding off, falling asleep. Angela's often joking about something in the kitchen. I can hear the screams from the kitchen about something goofy and wacky, and I love that too. Shane he wears a lot of hats at the company, so sometimes he's chilling, sometimes he's got something else to do. Same with Courtney. Courtney is a busy bee. But in general, what you're seeing on camera is our dynamic. I think Smosh does a great job at keeping it very natural and very real for what we do. For lack of a better word, so I'm very lucky to be with that crew. As Dungeon Master for Sword AF, what's your philosophy when it comes to building a campaign? Do you see yourself more as a storyteller, a guide, or a fellow player? It's a great question. That was my first time DMing a campaign ever when I did that with Smosh. So I talked to my friend Vince Casso. Vince Casso is a DM who's incredibly talented. You might know him from the Guild and a lot of other things. He gave me some advice on how to, go through a story with people. But I would see myself as another player. Realistically, we're all telling the same story together, so I want to build enough obstacles in to make it a game, because without some rules and obstacles, it's not a game, it's just a sandbox, while also supporting the ideas that the players have. I want to put them in tricky situations and let their creativity thrive. You can just cast a spell as it is on paper, but I want to see someone decide something wacky that they would do or that their character would do, and let their personal touch and their personal flavor come through as much as possible. So for my left arm tattoo, I knew I'd wanted something in the abstract brushstroke style for a while. It took me a couple years to research and find the right person. And then when I was down to 2 different people, I got a coffee with a good friend of mine who's an animator, and she had just gotten a tattoo done too. And she's like, oh yeah, I got it by this person. And it was the person who did this. So I was like, that's my sign. You trust them. I trust them. Let's go. So yeah, it's just she actually paints it on you with a brush and then goes, do you like this forever? And you go, huh. And 4 sessions, 4 hours each. She was incredibly skilled. I slept for some of it. I watched Dune for some of it. I watched actually some of the Ranma anime because it had just come out, and I was like, oh, I finally want to watch this. So yeah, it was a good experience. Thank you so much.